Bless up guys, Yannick Reid here and welcome to the YouTube channel. On this channel we like to talk about tech, creativity and lifestyle, focusing on photography and videography. So if that sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button for more content. As I said before, I'm Yannick Reid, visual creative from Kingston, Jamaica, and let's dive right into today's video. You know, there's some good advice out there about finding your niche. That is the best way to focus your energy, the best way to concentrate your resources. Makes your brand easy for others to understand that intensity is better than extensity. You know, that is great for the algorithm, and it helps you create clear targets and goals. I fully agree with that type of advice. It's good advice. It's like advice that even I would give to somebody. But it's not advice that I myself have taken, and I'm going to tell you why. I'll start with success. Success is a fairly relative thing that looks pretty different from person to person. Even though we still have a kind of a base idea of what we think success looks like. You know, like a little pre-template in our mind. You know, A, that you're very well known for doing something well, and B, that you make a lot of money, probably. So I think when we give people advice most times, it's not necessarily tailor-made to that person's specific and unique type of success. And success for me is a little bit more complicated than the A and B above. But you know, more B than A still. Being able to live my life a certain way is what brings me a sense of happiness. And I would say that's a huge factor in if I feel successful or not. And I've always been interested in creative things, you know, since I was a child. I had a really active imagination and I got a lot of enjoyment out of the ability to bring whatever was in my head to life. On top of it, being an only child in a small neighborhood, is just me one, I was always figuring out how I could get to the finished product, you know, just by myself. I was learning photography and I knew that graphic design could enhance my photography, as well as benefit from any graphic design I would be doing. I would benefit from being able to use my own photography. I also had a talent for drawing, so I could create my own assets and shapes and logos and stuff like that. Doing all of this, I learned to edit videos years before I even had a DSLR to shoot videos. And fun fact, the whole time while doing all of this, I was doing music with my friends, and that's how I gained a lot of experience in branding and creative direction for musicians. There's a whole lot more I could have tell you, but that is for another video. The real point I'm trying to make here is that I am super happy doing the most, you know, just doing a lot. I know it may confuse audiences. I know it may take me much longer to be great in any one field. I know it may make my brand harder for people to understand. I've made peace with all of these disadvantages because, you know, just being able to explore all of these avenues creatively is extremely gratifying, and it's just worth it. Like me, I have an extremely low attention span. And I know it's kind of seem bad or flighty to hop from one thing to one thing. But me specifically, I dig that. That's like my vibe. You know, it keeps me stimulated. And to be honest, it made me feel powerful. It made me feel great. It made me feel like I have control of stuff that, you know, any creative medium that I want to access, I can do it. It's like being able to reach out and touch something, like you can reach it, or like being able to speak many languages. You don't have any barrier of being able to express yourself. That's how it feels to me. And I know to some people this may seem like an unfamiliar stance to take, you know, very uncontrary, but I actually have some people that I look up to and use as references for this kind of lifestyle. So you have Kanye West, who's obviously known for music, you know him for fashion, and he's dabbling in architecture. You have Tyler the Creator, who you also know for music, who dabbles in his own music video. He does photography, and he has his own fashion line. You have Donald Glover, who is a comedian. You know, he's directed his own films, both in a series as well as a movie, and you know him as Childish Gambino, the musician. And then like the man himself, like the guy who is like the template for this, the Renaissance man himself, Leonardo da Vinci, who you know him for painting, you know him for sculpture, you know him for architecture, you know him for anatomy, and on top of it, the man mastered botany, and there's way more stuff that he was good at, but he just mastered so many different things in his lifetime. All these people that I've listed are known for traversing different areas of creativity and doing it well. And for me, that's something that I strive to be a part of my brand, like one of my goals that I have in front of me when moving forward. And I think this is the most part of breaking the rule, or just any rule as a matter of fact. It's really about knowing what the rule is, what you risk when breaking it, and what you probably seek to gain when breaking it. And for me, what I lose in money, business, and success, I gain in the happiness and joy of being able to freely and comfortably express myself. And me, I have made peace with that. So it will be a little longer until I find my niche, so just go and take time with me there. So jump in the comments and let me know some of your lesser known talents. Have you ever struggled with, you know, finding a niche or being put into a niche, you know, people putting you in one, or you just don't feel comfortable? Let me know, let's talk about it. Drop down into the comments. Also, check the description for some related videos to this topic. You might find something else that may be interesting to you in the description. So yeah man, you don't know, this is me, Yannick Reid. I hope you take care and keep safe and stay healthy, and just continue to go on and bless up yourself.